distinguished guests, dignitaries, and delegates. It's my pleasure to welcome you all to the valedictory program of the Third International Faculty Development Program. Over the past 1 week, we have come together to share knowledge, ideas, and experiences and to explore new perspectives on the topic advanced functional materials, energy, environment, and sustainable development. As we stand here today, we mark the end of an extraordinary journey of discovery, learning, and growth. Today, we gather to celebrate the success of our conference and to bid a proper farewell.
It is an esteemed honor to invite Dr. Palraj, the Head of Department Mechanical Engineering, to ignite the festivities with his energetic welcome address. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to Dr. Palraj, who will graciously set the tone for our valedictory program. Sir, please.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. It is with immense joy and honor that I welcome you all to Third International Faculty Development Program on Advanced Materials, with special emphasis on energy, environment, and sustainable development. A grand welcome to our pillars of excellence. To begin with, let us extend warmest greetings to our respected chairman and visionary leader whose unwavering commitment to academic excellence keeps inspiring us. Like a roots of great tree, we provide the foundations that this institute flourishes. The heartfelt welcome to our esteemed directors, the guiding stars who navigate us towards progress. Your relentless pursuit of innovation ensures that we always stay ahead in ever evolving process of education and research. Welcome you, sir. To our dedicated deans, principal, and head of department, the true architect of academic brilliance, your leadership is the bridge between knowledge and transformation. Just as a sculpture, ceaseless raw stone into magnificent art, you shape young minds into future leaders. Welcome you, sirs. A warm welcome to our faculty members, the torchbearers of wisdom. Teaching is no less than alchemy, where you turn curiosity into knowledge and ideas into groundbreaking innovation. Your dedication makes learning an exciting journey and rather just the destination. And of course, a special shout out to our enthusiastic participants, the heart and soul of this program. Your eagerness to learn and explore fuels the success of such gatherings, providing that education is not just about imparting knowledge, but about embracing the joy of lifelong learning. Amidst today, we have a distinguished guest, Dr. Prasad B. Phadnis, Scientific Officer at Bhabha Atomic Research Center, Department of Atomic Energy, Government of India, Navi Mumbai. Dr. Phadnis, your contribution to scientific research are truly remarkable. You remind us of the great Dr. Homi Bhabha, who once said, "No power is as mighty as the power of knowledge." Your presence here today strengthens our resolve to explore the frontiers of science and innovation in the way that is both impactful and sustainable. This faculty development program is not just an event, it is a confluence of ideas, a melting pot of innovation, and stepping stone forward towards a sustainable future. As we embark on this journey together, let us remember that knowledge, like energy, must be harnessed wisely for progress, for sustainability, and for betterment of humanity. With that, I once again welcome you all and wish you an insightful and engaging experience again. Thank you. Now I hand over this session to Dr. Phadnis. Welcome you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Today's presidential address is a significant moment for us as we reflect on our journey so far and look forward to exciting possibilities that lie ahead. Now, I kindly invite Dr. R. Krishnamurthy, Dean Research, SRM-TRP Engineering College, to share his vision and insights on the future directions and goals. Sir, please.
Thank you, madam. Very good morning to one and all present at here. It is a great pleasure to me to associate myself with these refreshing ideas and the recent developments that are taking up in material science, functional part, energy, environment, and sustainable developments. Hosted as a faculty development program in international level by the Department of Physics and Mechanical Engineering of SRM TRP Engineering College, Tiruchirappalli. I hope all the delegates and participants would have enjoyed and they would have exchanged their ideas and research works and the recent developments that are taking up in this functional materials. Especially these are some of the newer developments on what is getting on energy, environment, and sustainable developments. True one, unless otherwise we are keeping track of this situation, we may be lacking behind a lot. And hence, I am sure that this type of faculty development program would enrich your knowledge and it will go to a greater extent. With these few words, I thank for the opportunity given, and it will be a new beginning for all the participants to have marched towards the functional materials, especially with the energy, environment, and sustainable goals. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now, I kindly invite the convener of this program, Dr. K. Shakti Pandi, Professor, Department of Physics, who stands as the guiding light of this program, to share the concluding remarks on this wonderful event. Sir, please.
Chief guest, beloved principals, vice principal, and dean research, head of the departments, and esteemed faculty members, invited speakers, and other participants. With the grace of Almighty, I am delighted to present the report on the third International Faculty Development Program on Advanced Functional Materials, Energy, Environmental, and Sustainable Development, organized by the Department of Physics in association with the Department of Mechanical Engineering, SRMTR Engineering College, from February 28 to March 6. The inauguration of the FDP commenced with the grand inaugural function, graced by the esteemed presence of Dr. V. Subramanian, Professor, IIT Madras, as a chief guest. His delightful address highlighted the significance of the functional materials in the contemporary scientific advancements and their role in the sustainable developments. Technical sections. The FDP expert speakers from the renowned institution across the globe deliver the thought-provoking lectures for fostering intellectual discussions, knowledge sharing. The event features the following distinguished speakers. The day one, Dr. Tripta Garg, Research Professor, Department of Chemistry, and Dr. J.S. Shesuri, Brain Hole Fellow and Research Professor, GNU, Republic of South Korea. And the day two with two professors, Dr. T. Prakash, Assistant Professor, National Center for Nanoscience and Technology, University of Madras, Dr. P. Chinnamuthu, Associate Professor, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, NIT Nagaland. And day three with the Dr. S. Sushant Kumar Das, Professor, Department of Physics, GMU, Odisha, and Dr. Pungalasu Saktivel, Assistant Professor, Bioelectrical Sensing Technology Lab, Chenchu University, Taiwan. And the day fourth with the Deepak Mudasar, Assistant Professor, Department of Physics, Arya Vidyapeeth College, Autonomous, Assam. And Dr. A.K. Mattikulla, Mexican University, USA. And day 5 will be Dr. M. Jayendinath, Associate Professor, Department of Material Chemistry, School of Chemistry, Madurai Commerce University. And Dr. Kalipa Das, Department of Physics, Seth Arindam Jaipura College, Kolkata. In addition to the FDP lectures, the special lectures were arranged. The special lectures are delivered by the eminent scientist and industrial expert, Dr. Aglesh G. Joshi, Scientific Officer of Chemistry Division, Bhabha Atomic Research Center, Mumbai, India, and Dr. Khalid Majum Bhato, Professor, King Abdullah Institute for Nanoscience and Technology, King South University, Saudi Arabia, Mr. Alkas Daniel, Colgate India Private Limited, Bangalore, and Mr. Damin G. Onvede, Professor, Inorganic and Material Chemistry and Research Professor, Northwest University, South Africa. The validity section is now, it is presided by our Dean Researcher and our distinguished guest, Dr. Prasad P, Scientific Officer, Chemistry Division, Bhabha Atomic Research Center. He will give his closing remarks. Sustainable Development Goals. This FDP is effectively aligned with the following Sustainable Development Goals like SDG 3, good and well-being, exploring the materials for biomedical application, SDG 6, clean water and sanitation, addressing the innovative materials for water purification and wastewater treatment, SDG 7, affordable and clean energy, discussing the energy and efficient materials for nanotechnology, SDG 9 and SDG 11 and SDG 13, for addressing the role of the material science in migrating the climate change and promoting the sustainable development. Thus, the third international FDP program was a grand success, facilitating the interdisciplinary research discussion, networking the collaborative opportunity, the overwhelming response of the active participation of the faculty members, researchers, and the scholars demonstrated the importance of such a platform in advancing the scientific knowledge and technology. We, Department of Physics, extend our heartily gratitude to our management of SRM-TRB Engineering College and SRM Group of Institutions, Trichy and Ramapuram, the organizing committee, and the esteemed speaker and participants, and making a grand resounding FDP. The special thanks to the sponsors and the collaborators for this generous support. Thank you.
The guest will join us in a few minutes. In the meantime, we would like to hear your feedbacks. Now, the platform is open for all the participants who are willing to share their feedback. We value your opinion and would love to hear your thoughts on the program. Please, anyone who is interested. Participants are now requested to share your feedbacks.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Good morning to all.
Yes, sir.
I'm Dr. Fasihullah, faculty in the Department of Chemistry, MIT Manipal. I'm very much thankful to the organizers. It's very wonderful to organize the online FDP program. So all the speakers are very good presentations and good different topics. According to that, our daily sustainability, environment development, whatever that materials we were using, what about the advantages and the disadvantages, how they are using all these material in our future life. All these things should be learned from this FDP program. So my concern is that, along with these topics, I'm the chemistry department faculty. So some of that maybe topic we included the next maybe in the fourth international FDP program in the future, you can include that chemistry topic. Some of the chemistry topics related to that in our FDP program is very helpful for us, madam. Very much thankful to you, all of you. Those are organized a wonderful FDP programs.
Thank you, sir. The guest is joined now. So, sir will talk now. Ma'am, Anita ma'am.
As, as we explore the frontiers of physics together, join the symphony of scientific discovery. We invite Prasad P. Phadnis we invite Dr. Prasad P. Phadnis. He has obtained his PhD from University of Mumbai in 2014. He performed his postdoctoral research initially with Professor G. Mukesh, followed by with Professor Lars Engman, Uppsala University, Sweden. In 2019, he joined as a scientific officer in Bhabha Atomic Research Center, Mumbai, India. His research interests are in development of organoselenium platinum complexes for biomedical applications, especially for cancer therapy and development of nanoformulations for bioimaging applications. He has published 50 research papers in journals. Sir, please. Sir, we are waiting for your valedictory address, sir.
Ma'am, please wait, please.
Hello,
Yes,
hello
sir.
everyone. Hello,
Yes, sir. We can hear you, sir.
hello everyone.
Yes, sir. We can hear you, sir. Please.
Yes. So I am Dr. Prasad P. Phadnis. I congratulate all of you for organizing such a nice faculty development program and inviting. I'm thankful to you for inviting me to speak here. See, we are working on the cancer therapeutics using nano formulations either by therapy or diagnosis. We use these diverse kinds of nanomaterials like magnetic, luminescent, and among them now I have presented to this regarding this upconversion and luminescent nanoparticles. Okay, so why luminescent nanoparticle? Because you can get imaging also. Imaging you can show Narayan Puri. Okay, so we can do imaging, bioimaging also, yeah, and we can find out if the tumor targeted or not. That was the purpose of using the luminescent nanoparticles for the theranostic applications, theranostic applications for cancer diagnosis. Okay, and see nanoformulations, as we aware that nanoparticles play very crucial role, and nanoparticles have many different added advantages over the conventional, the molecular complexes, because of their bioavailability, and there are diverse other things. So this and their size, especially their size, which gives then tunable properties. This is the main reason. So that work we do, and we have done this thing for either for photodynamic therapy, for photothermal therapy, or boron neutron capture therapy, where we loaded the borons, and when neutrons are irradiated, it form alpha particle, and alpha particle kill the cancer cell. Because the range of alpha particle cell is within the cellular dimension, it doesn't harm the neighboring normal cells. So it is harmless to other cells. This is the importance of this therapy. Okay, so but right now I am outside and is for my some official work, so I cannot speak more. I'm thankful to all of you. Sorry, I'm thankful to all. एक मिनट, कुत्ता आ रहा है. I'm thankful. I am thankful to all of you for inviting me for this program. Okay, thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks.
Thank you,
We
sir.
talk
Okay,
later.
sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. We talk later.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.
As we come to the end of this incredible event, we would like to take a moment to express our heartfelt gratitude to all those who have contributed to make it a resounding success. Now, I kindly
Thank you, sir.
invite the co-convener of this program, Dr. K. Venkateshan, Assistant Professor, Department of Physics, to lead us in this expression of thanks, acknowledging the efforts of our organizers, speakers, and attendees who have made this occasion special. Sir, please.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. If anyone interested to give the feedback, please, you can share your feedback with us. That will help us to improve the FDP in the next level. If anyone is interested, please share. Yes, sir. Sir, you want to talk, sir? Anyone is interested in feedback? Okay, let's go for a vote of thanks. Thank you. Anyone interested to give your feedback about the FDP, sir? Okay. Very good morning to everyone gathered here. On behalf of the organizing committee of this third International Faculty Development Program on Advanced Functional Materials, Energy, Environment and Sustainable Development 2025, it's my privilege to propose a vote of thanks on this wonderful occasion. A special thanks to our chief guest, Dr. Prasad P. Phadnis from BARC for accepting our invitations and being here with us today. Even though your busy schedule, your thoughts and have truly inspired us. Thank you, sir. I express my sincere thank our beloved chairman, sir, directors and deans of various campuses, SRM Group of Institutions, Trichy and Ramapuram for their wonderful support, also guiding us in each and every moment. I would like to thank our principal, SRMTRP Engineering College, HOD Physics and other faculty members of Physics for their excellent support to complete this event successfully. Last but not least, without you, it could not be a success one. So I wish to express my sincere thanks to all the participants for making us the memorable day of this third FDP event. And also I would like to say that we are continuously organizing this type of events from the year of 2023, and consequently we are getting the participants of more than 300 participants. Without your support, it could not be done, and it could not be an achievement of this a successful event. Thank you once again to each and everyone, those who are support us directly and indirectly. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Get ready to celebrate the unstoppable force of women. Join us on International Women's Day as we honor the trailblazers, the trendsetters, and the torchbearers who have paved the way for generations to come. Let's synchronize our energies, celebrate our sisterhood, and unleash the phoenix within. We will shine the spotlight on the heroes who have defied convention, pushed boundaries, and redefined what it means to be a woman. With inspiring stories, empowering conversations,
Ma'am, welcome, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Ma'am.
Shall we start the program, ma'am?
Yes, please.
Yes, madam. They will formally start the program. Thank you, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
Get ready to celebrate.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Get ready to celebrate the unstoppable force of women. Join us on International Women's Day as we honor the trailblazers, the trendsetters, and the torchbearers who have paved the way for generations to come. Let's synchronize our energies, celebrate our sisterhood, and unleash the phoenix within. We will shine the spotlight on the heroes who have defied convention, pushed boundaries, and redefined what it means to be a woman. With inspiring stories, empowering conversations, and unbridled enthusiasm, we will elevate women, elevate the world, and create a tidal wave of transformation. Get ready to join the celebration of the year.
The curtain rises on our event. To mark the beginning of this special occasion, we are delighted to have the convener of this program, Dr. Anita, Associate Professor, Department of Physics, to set the tone for the event and kickstart the day. Ma'am, please. Good morning, everyone. Women are the unsung heroes, their stories woven into the fabric of history and waiting to be celebrated. It is with the immense joy and pride that I welcome you all for this special lecture in celebration of Women's Day, a day delighted recognizing the achievements, contribution, and empowerment of women across all fields, particularly in science and research. First and foremost, a special welcome to our chief guest, Dr. Tripta Garg, Scientist E, Department of Scientific and Industrial Research, New Delhi. Your contribution to scientific and industrial research serves as an inspiration to aspiring researchers, ma'am. And we are truly honored to have you with us today. Welcome, ma'am. We are also privileged to have our guest of honor, Dr. Girija Moona, Senior Scientist, CSIR, NPL, New Delhi. Your remarkable work in scientific advancements and technological innovations continues to inspire the next generation of researchers, especially the young generation women who are pursuing in the STEM fields. I extend my warmest welcome to our esteemed principal, HODs, faculty members, research scholars, and participants who have joined us today for this auspicious occasion. Your presence makes this event even more meaningful, impactful. Your support, courage, and dedication in celebrating this Women's Day highlighted the commitment to gender equality and empowerment. Women have made groundbreaking contribution in science, and today's session is a testament to their unstoppable spirit and dedication. We are looking forward for an enlightening discussion that will empower and motivate us in all to break barriers and achieve new heights. Once again, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to all the dignitaries, faculty members, research scholars who have been here for this for the celebration of this Women's Day. Wishing you all an insightful and inspiring session. Happy Women's Day. Thank you, ma'am. As we celebrate the spirit of womanhood and recognize the invaluable contributions that women make in our society, we are thrilled to have our chief guest of the day, Dr. Tripta Garg, Scientist E, Department of Scientific and Industrial Research, Ministry of Science and Technology, New Delhi, with us to share her insights and experiences. Dr. Tripta Garg is a renowned scientist who has supported more than 100 individuals in idea creation, prototype development, pilot scaling, and patenting. She is awarded by CSIR and UGC. She has received the Young Scientist International Travel Grant from Government of India to AAPS conference in Texas, US. We are delighted to have such an inspiring person among us. Now, I gladly hand over the session to Dr. Tripta Garg. Ma'am, please.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, good morning, distinguished guests, conveners, Dr. Anita, Dr. Vishweshwaran, the co-conveners, Dr. Venkateshan and Dr. Shakti Padi, and other faculty members and my dear students. It is my absolute pleasure to be part of this Women's Day celebration organized by Department of Physics, SRM TRP Engineering College, Tiruchirappalli. Just I would like to share my screen. Is it visible?
No, ma'am, it is not visible. You share again, ma'am.
Just a second. Is it visible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So today I'll just begin my talk by asking a small question. Like, can you all name any one freedom fighter of India? So probably the answer which all of you would give is Mahatma Gandhi, Chandrasekhar Azad, Bhagat Singh, Nehru. And it would be a very rare case if any one of you name an Indian women such as Sarojini Naidu, Kamala Nehru, or Rani Lakshmibai. Similarly, if I ask you to name any one sports person, so what comes to your mind? Yeah, so I mean, or if I ask you to name one politician, or if I ask you to name one scientist, so all of you would really hardly you would call out a name of a female. So the point which I want to make here is that women have contributed immensely throughout history in all the fields, not only in STEM. But as in the introduction also we heard that we are the unsung heroines of this world, where women perform 66% of the world's work and we produce 50% of the food, but yet we only earn and we are contented with only 10% of the income, and we only own 1% of the property. So that is the statistics which say. And if you see the other statistics in this STEM, what you see is that as there was a report, the Global Gender Gap Report, which was published in 2023. As per that report, the women comprises 30% of the STEM workforce in 146 nations. So the picture of India is not a different from the entire world. It is even the most developed countries. We are not far behind, as you know, it is not a different as if you compare the number of women who are pursuing the studies. And this underrepresentation is common in every region of the world. So this phenomena of underrepresentation of women may be called as the leaky pipeline, where we can say that despite the ability of a woman to succeed in STEM careers, women tend not to pursue the workforce and we drop out of the jobs. So the reasons which could be are that there are the individual choices which we women make due to the domestic burdens, the household care burdens, and also we face biases, we face stereotypes, and we face barriers both at home and at workplaces. And but the brighter side of it is why women should work. So it is not only for themselves, it is for a country as a whole, because as you all know that India has a goal of becoming $5 trillion economy and the third largest economy by 2027. And you would be surprised to know that this goal of us can be achieved in no time, if India could boost, if all the gender gap in the workplace is bridged and India could boost its GDP right away to $2.9 trillion as per the McKinsey Global Institute study report. So therefore, gender equality is very important in all areas, including STEM. If given proper opportunity and encouragement, women have the potential to excel. However, these opportunities need to be provided to women so that we can face the world confidently. And it's my honor and privilege to share with you all that we in DSIR, we are contributing immensely to make this vision a reality. So the leadership, our secretary ma'am, Dr. N. Kalai Silvi, you will be happy to know that she is the first women director general of CSIR and secretary of our department. And she is leading the vast network of CSIR labs along with DSIR, NRDC, CEL, and other scientific establishments all across the country. Under her esteemed leadership, we run two very important schemes in DSIR, which I would like to share with you. The first is the PRISM scheme, which the full form is Promoting Innovations in Individuals, Startups, and MSMEs. So under this scheme, we tap the innovative potential of all the students, the innovators, the Indian citizens. They can be farmer, they can be housewife, they can be a student, they can be a faculty member. Anyone who is having an idea can convert that idea into a prototype, can apply under the PRISM scheme. So I would say that although PRISM is not exclusively designed for women entrepreneurs, it has played a significant role in empowering the women-led startups and MSMEs in India. As you all know, that according to this Niti Aayog report, which was published in 2020, the funding gap is still a major challenge for women entrepreneurs in India. With women-led startups, they receive only about 2% of the total venture capital funding in India. So that is where lies the opportunity of PRISM scheme. This initiative of PRISM scheme plays a vital role in addressing the challenges of access to funding, which is often a barrier for a women in entrepreneurship. So under this scheme, I'm really happy to share that we have a fully dedicated center uh, in the Sri Padmavati Women's University. And from this center, many successful women innovators have come and they have successfully founded startups which are doing well, which have raised capital and are contributing to this nation's economy. And another point which I would like to make is that in tier 1 cities, we can see like metropolitan cities in Bangalore, Delhi, Mumbai, the number of women entrepreneurs are rising. But the tier 2 and tier 3 cities, they need to take this challenge and they need to witness a rise in women-led startups. So you can approach this center, know about the PRISM scheme, and you can take the help of them and apply in this scheme. So this PRISM scheme is beneficial for women entrepreneurs from smaller towns, rural areas where access to funding and innovation support is very limited. So I would also like to share some of the successful, beautiful innovations which has come from the PRISM scheme. As you see, one of the innovator, Professor V.V. Lakshmi, she developed a bioconversion of feather, the poultry waste from the farms, from the poultry farms. She used that waste to convert into the organic manure, and she started a company named Dharani Agritech Limited, from which she has raised crores of funding. Similarly, another project which I would like to share is from the innovator Ranjana Datta. She made a artificial human skin as an alternative to animal model, because as you all know that animal models, they require ethical committee approval, and all these things are required if we have to do animal studies. But if we can use this artificial skin in place of the animal model, that would be very helpful. And she also founded a startup from this project. Another is there is a kit, the trivalent kit, which was developed and which can detect 3 diseases: malaria, chikungunya, dengue. Because in Delhi, I know, like when there is a rainy season, there are a lot of issues come due to these mosquito-borne diseases. And, all these hospitals and all, they don't have places, we don't have places where we can get our blood tested. So they came up with this diagnostic kit in which all three mosquito-borne diseases can be detected in a single go. And she started a company by the name of Ameliorate Biotech, and she received 2 crore in angel investment from Pad Up Ventures. So I'm just telling all the three, only 3 success stories, but if you see, there are many, and still we are promoting lot of women entrepreneurs all across the India. So other than Prism scheme, one more scheme, further details of the schemes you can have in the DSIR website. They are all available. And another scheme which is focused for women, which I would like to share, is the Technology Development and Utilization Program for Women. So under this scheme, what we have is we provide assistance to all the to the projects which are aimed at technology development and dissemination, and which can reduce the drudgery, and can lead to the capacity building and economically empower women. So the projects which have been supported in this area are like food processing, the mushroom cultivation, then the silk farming, the health and hygiene, nutrition related. So we have supported many projects under this TDUPW scheme. This scheme is like dedicatedly for women. So, and also we under this scheme, we also support if someone has technology and that needs to be spread to the self-help groups or the women in the rural areas, then they can apply to us, and they can have capacity building and competitiveness can be improved through this scheme. We support those kind of projects as well. And under this scheme also, we have built up many skill satellite centers. In Guwahati, we have made one. In South, also Bangalore, we have created one. So in this, what happened is through these skill satellite centers, we provide not only the skill, but also the infrastructure, which is helping and enhancing the technological capabilities of local women and self-help groups. And further details of this scheme can be seen in the DSIR website. So I would say there are many, the opportunities are not less. There's no need that we should stop ourselves. We should just confidently, we need to come out. Yeah, there are challenges, but daily, I would say just stop not till the goal is achieved. That is what we have to remember, these golden words of Swami Vivekananda every day, and to make ourselves feel motivated. And these celebrations like Women's Day, they are in fact now needed. They are needed. Earlier they were needed to increase the participation. Now the participation has increased, but the women still they are taken up, something is taking them back. So we need to keep ourselves pepped up. And so this Women Day, what I would say is, let us join our hands to empower all the women, our friends, our colleagues, all the people, all the women who are around us, who can chase their dreams, break free from the restraints of society, and we make sure that the next generation sees women leading in STEM fields not as an exception, but it should be a rule. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am, for your valuable insights. We are delighted to invite the illustrious Dr. Girija Moona, working as a senior scientist in length, dimension, and nanometrology section at CSIR National Physics Laboratory, New Delhi. She has more than 15 years of research and academic experience, a shining exemplar of women's empowerment, to graciously accept our invitation as a guest of honor at our International Women's Day celebration. Her areas of research encapsulate dimensional characterization of standard artifacts for different industrial segments, image processing, hybrid metal matrix composites, etc. She has also participated in various international inter-comparisons related to dimensional metrology. She has received Best Paper Award in the International Conference on Emerging Trends in Electromechanical Technologies and Management 2019. Dr. Moona's participation will undoubtedly make this occasion truly unforgettable. Ma'am, please.
Uh, am I audible to you?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, all right. So, a very good morning to all of you, and I would like to thank all the organizing committee people for giving me this opportunity. Uh, I will be sharing my screen. Kindly confirm whether it is visible or not. Yeah, is it visible? Anyone please
Yes, ma'am.
confirm?
The screen is visible, ma'am.
All right. Okay. So
So you can go to the PowerPoint view.
I'm already in PowerPoint.
The PowerPoint is not showing. Your mail is there, ma'am.
No.
You shared your mail, email.
It's not sharing. Yeah, is it visible now?
Yes, madam. It's sharing now, ma'am.
Okay, all right. So this morning we will be talking about the role and requirement of women in science, little in detail, though Dr. Tripta has already given you a few hints, but I'll be talking little in detail, and I would request my male colleagues to listen to this with an open heart, because these are not complaints and these are the actual situations, genuine concerns which are to be addressed by you and by us combinedly. All right? Okay. So we all know empowered women empower women. That means that if at all we have empowered women, those women can lead the rest of the young people to get empowered. So it is very important to have empowered women, to have more empowered women. So STEM as a career choice, we have certain kind of preconceived notions about taking STEMs as the career choice. It is usually believed that the students who are very good in academics in the class, they only go for the STEM disciplines. Rest of them, they either go for humanities and go for the other streams. So this is strongly believed that people who are excelling in academics always choose the STEM as the career path. And the career options which are related to STEM are usually most talked about, like engineering, medical, and these days the psychology also. So these are the most talked about career options which have direct relationships with the STEM disciplines. And there are national initiatives to identify the talents from related to the STEM discipline, which are like National Talent Search, DST Inspire, and this KVPY. And it is also believed that people who take the STEM disciplines and adopt the related careers, they have better career, they have better salary structures, and they lead a better life in terms of the earnings and the exposures. Somebody's mic is on, please mute yourself. Yeah, thank you so much. So let us discuss some facts. We all know that half of the world population are women and girls, and there is no doubt that they possess a very strong intellect. Their intellectual potential is something we cannot ignore at all. But only, I mean, the percentage in science is very less. They are less than 30%, and in India, the figure even drops further. Okay, we have
we have a past of having women prime minister, women president, but unfortunately, when it comes to treating average women, common people, the scenario becomes entirely different. Okay, so what happens? Usually, we see that in majority of the institutes, the girls are the toppers. Then why do they vanish suddenly? What happens to them? Do they drop out in spite of being toppers? No, they do not drop out. Are they forced by their families to make choices which are not their own, related to the career, related to marriage, related to other things? Do they fail to get through the competitive entrance examinations? No. Are they forced to make pragmatic choices about the future? Saying that get married at the right time, you have to give preference to your family, and is there any way so that they can balance their families and the career and they follow the career? These are the questions which are to be thought of very, very exhaustively, and we need to find out the solutions. Though there is a considerable women representation in STEM, but still it is slightly less. Why? Because the STEM is a domain which is kind of dominated by certain kind of gender or the cultural group or the age group, and there is a danger of creating narrow view of the subject. What happens is, even in the childhood, girls have less experience and activities with the toys which are related to science. They would majorly encouraged to play with the doll, whereas the boys would be they would be playing with the helicopters, with the cars, with the building blocks, Legos, mechanics and whatnot. But majorly the girls are expected to play with the doll or the simple kitchen set. From there only we are implanting a kind of temperament which is against science in girls. Studies found that girls can result in science subjects as good as boys, but they are also good in other subjects. They might be good in languages, they might be good in humanities. So it is said that because boys, they are good in only in science and not very good in other subjects, so they are supposed to take the science stream, whereas the girls can also take other subjects as the career path or as their in line to have different kind of opportunities. Also, there is a notion, like I would not name, but since I'm a mechanical engineer, I have faced that there is a minority of girls in specific kind of streams, and that minority causes the fear of discrimination, and because of which many of the women, many of the girls, they try to change their interests also. There have been instances that the whole department, which are addressed as the mechanical engineering and production engineering departments, they usually do not have a female toilet. So these are the situations still in our so-called advanced country. So the real problem begins mostly after PhD. The transition of pursuing the degree, switching to the scientific careers, there is a big gap. The women's, as I told you, the women, the females, the girls who have been the topper in the universities, they are being not being considered, I would not say, but being considered in less percentage for the top position. Either in faculty or in administration, they are being considered less as compared to the other gender. And the reason is the inability of a woman to balance the family and the career. All the working women, they are suffering with this dual role syndrome. They, somewhere in back of their mind, they know that they have to fulfill the office responsibilities, but they are always under immense pressure of being perfect mother, perfect wife, perfect daughter-in-law at home also. So that is also a big concern which is creating hindrance in the participation of women in STEM. Why there is a less representation? The reasons are lack of role models. That means if we do not find more women as our mentors, more women as our role models, how do we expect how do we expect that the younger generation would be encouraged to come into the STEM? There are pressures to conform to the social norms and trappings of domesticity. Stresses related to marriage and childbirth, right age for marriage, right age of giving birth to the children, and also an inordinate amount of responsibilities related to running the household. I do not say that this generation males are not sharing the responsibilities at home, but usually we women, we have a kind of thought that no, these things are to be done by us only. So that is creating multiple pressure on us. Okay, and the most important phenomena, physical safety during the commute to work, late night working hours, early morning working hours, odd office hours. Who is going to ensure our safety there? So that is also a big concern, that because an experiment doesn't see what time is it. It may run for 12 hours, it may run for 24 hours, it may run for 8 hours. You have to remain in the laboratory in odd hours. So someone has to ensure the physical safety of the people who are working in STEM. Harassments at workplaces. Okay. The leaky pipeline. Leaky pipeline means that initially there is a larger involvement of women in science streams from the school, from the college, and then it keeps on dropping as we move ahead. The chunk goes down from the it goes down when we switch from the PhD to the jobs, as I discussed in my former slide. Okay, and there are certain kind of preconceived notions also, like we cannot work for long hours. It is a notion. Work pressure management, are we able to manage the work pressure? Are we good in decision making? Can we lead? Can we be assertive in saying our things? Okay, so there are certain terms of concern. The imbalance is to be addressed. The imbalance is to be addressed, and the issue is how to attract women towards the career in science and also retain them. Women join, but they leave because of one or the other reason. Okay. In India, there are 17 universities that are exclusively for women. If we talk about the total enrollments in higher education in the year 2024, it has been around 43 million in 1200 institutes, but the percentage of boys was 51% and percentage of female was 49%, which is quite comparable. But then again, when it comes to job, there is a drastic drop. These two bar charts show the state-wise data and also the course-wise data. In both the bar charts, we can see that the numbers are quite comparable. There is not much difference, but still there is scarcity in jobs related to STEM where women are there. And also, see, as I told you, the STEM graduates are quite reasonable, but their share in STEM jobs in India is approximately 27%, which is much lower than the global average. So we are slowly increasing, but we have to go a long way. Yes, please.
So the slides are not moving now.
Sorry?
The slides are not moving now.
Which slide can you see now? Can you please
Actually,
tell
it
me?
is showing only first slide, ma'am.
Which one? Can you?
First slide only it is there, ma'am.
This one? Or
No, first slide only is there. It is there, ma'am.
Can you
Yes,
show it?
now it is. Yes, madam. Now it is there.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So
Okay.
this all I have covered. I was talking about these bar
Yes.
graphs. All right.
Okay.
So these bar graphs, these are state-wise detailed, and also we have the course-wise details where we can see the numbers are comparable, but still when it comes to job, the women participation is quite less. All right. So the point of concern, as I have already told you, there is a reasonable percentage in STEM graduates, female STEM graduates, but their share in STEM jobs in India is only 27%, which is much lower than the global average. So we have a long way to go. Okay. Women's share in prestigious national awards or membership in the national academies is also low, though there are exceptions in biological and medical sciences. Okay, and there is a very less number of women also in the prestigious national level research institutions in the country. Now, the most important point of concern is the family support. There was a study in which 117 out of 130 women scientists they said that they belong to the family with educated parents. That means a set of educated parents can also push their girl child to go into STEM. Okay, and like out of 130 women scientists, 78 claimed that they because their parents had a science background, so they were more comfortable in choosing science as their career option. 70% of the participants admitted that their father influenced their career choices. And also, family support after marriage is very, very important. Then comes the work-life balance. We women who are working in the scientific careers, we have to understand that how to make a balance between our personal and professional life. I understand, I have experienced that it is extremely difficult, but still we have to try making a balance without taking stress, without taking toll on our health. We have to understand that what is our priority at that particular moment, and we have to make the choice accordingly. Our Indian society represents a social structure where the family roles are ascribed by the gender. For an example, the scenario might have changed. For an example, this work is to be done by the mother, this work is to be done by the father. We have the preconceived set notions, but that has to be changed, because if at all the females are contributing in the earnings, males are also supposed to take charge of the household work. And the women's household responsibility, of course, that's a bitter truth. Women's household responsibilities always have a very strong impact in their career in different ways. Next point of concern is the gender equality in employment. The number of women in research as well as in teaching is not less, okay, but it increases as we go up. We always see that in our schools we have female teachers teaching us science and mathematics. But what happens as it comes to the highly reputed institutes like TIFR, IITs, or ISC? Why the percentage drops? The picture is always better at the entry level, even in the research organizations or the policy making organizations. But the situations become starker as we move towards the leadership positions like directors, deans, head of the institutions. In various organizations like CSIR, DST, Department of Atomic Energy, DBT, ICMR, DRDO, the percentage of women scientists is very less, which varies from 14 to 30% only. Even in our books, there are illustrations which are gender specific, like males doing all the technical kind of work and females doing the household work. The percentage in women faculty in pure engineering departments is less. This you married were by 14%, whereas the male scientists who never married were 0.5%. And also, I strongly believe each woman who is attending this program and working, they always have a guilt of leaving the family behind, especially when it comes to kids, and it affects our productivity at the workplace. Okay, so next point of concern is the leadership goals. As I told you, women are less in the top positions. They have been outstanding throughout their career, but there is something which is pulling us down or making us not very confident in taking the top positions. Various prestigious research organizations, there are less women participation in the top committees also. Glass ceiling is a phenomena where at lower level the representation is more, and as the ladder goes up, the representation becomes less. So as I told you, when we look at the student level, more than 50% of the award winners and gold medalists are women. But what happens to these talented women when it comes to job and taking the leading positions? One example I would like to cite. Recently, I saw a UGC advertisement where it was written that the degree holders, PhD degree holders from top foreign universities are eligible for direct recruitment as assistant professors, and they were exempted from the written test. For women, in our Indian scenario, the safety is the biggest concern. Hence, the families restrict their mobility. It is a very less percent of females who go outside India for their higher educations. So this kind of limitations in the recruitments, they are also the reasons behind restricting the women participation in STEM career. Women are not very good in networking. We are far behind in networking. Traveling is not considered to be safe. And as I told you, in various selection committees, women participation is less. If you see the following cartoon, the candidate is opening the door and he's asking these three ladies, where is the selection committee? And they are saying that we are there. So he's not ready to believe. Also, the assessments, the promotions are denied due to various reasons. It is being said that this is because of seniority, sometimes the quantum of research, sometimes due to maternity leave. So there are various sensitive issues which are to be discussed. Because for the downfall of women participation in STEM careers. It is not about only in India. It is not only in India. In United States, it is said that there was a magazine which ran an article saying, "Is female engineer an oxymoron?" The author claimed that in his 32 years of career as an engineer in power electronics, he has never worked with a woman engineer. Okay, so it is not like that. Girls are really good in science. We have a kind of interest in exploring how the things are taking place rather than rushing to a result and being in the hurry of publishing it. Women, they do not usually give importance to gain public recognition. That is why they feel left behind when it comes to the publications and networking and public recognition. What are the steps have been taken to promote women participation in STEM? It has been realized that the women are a potent workforce in STEM-related careers. So the changes are there, which are observed, which are very, very obvious and can be observed very, very clearly. There's a scheme of DST, State Science, Technology and Innovation Policy 2020, which has planned to introduce a system of grading institutes based upon the number of women faculty and scientists at higher position. Because somewhere the government is also experiencing that in spite of being meritorious students at the graduation level, why women are not reaching to the top. Such schemes, they are very, very helpful for the women candidates to grow in their organization. Several organizations like you have invited us, and they also send their scientists to talk to girls who are interested in science about their works, and they encourage them to study science stream and go into the STEM careers. Also, the girls, the younger generation has to see plenty of examples of successful women scientists in the news and the media so that they can be inspired. There are certain initiatives have been taken where there are certain programs which also encourage women to take up the science careers back after a break in the service because of various reasons. There are certain schemes from DST, DBT, UGC, INSA, NIAS, and IASC. There are various project funding schemes. Dr. Tripta discussed about them. Various scholarships, internships, career advancement programs, establishment of task force. Sometimes, yes, special award for women category, and support of women entrepreneurs, as you have already come to know in the previous lecture. So, all the girls, all the women, nevertheless we stand firm, we try hard, and we accomplish. If we see in a graph, if we look at the graph of Nobel Prize winners in last few years, we can see that the number has been always encouraging for us. Okay. In Indian scenario, the women scientists have been into existence since 1885, and there are, during the independence also, after the independence also, and the current scenario is of course in front of you. So there is a graph where it starts from 1848 to 2020, where there have been different milestones achieved by female scientists. This is also a photograph which talks about the trailblazers of Indian science. All, majority, not majority, all women scientists. These are the photographs of the women scientists of ICMR, which, have a history of fighting against COVID during the very, very depressing COVID period. And this is a table which is, about Delhi. Various streams, various subjects have been covered, and we could identify the number of scientists in various subjects by, taking a survey in the survey at the organizations which are located in Delhi, and we could find out 280 total 280 scientists working in various organizations in Delhi. So there are certain facts I would like to share with you. The female scientists, female staff working in STEM career, they believe that their career choices were majorly influenced by parents and then teachers. The major chunk was parents and then teachers. Schooling of major chunk of the female scientists was, it happened in the cities. And when they were in college, if you look at the third graph, they plan to become a scientist when they were in college. As they keep growing in their academics, as they moved towards the, masters and PhD, the percentage dropped because something is not favorable for the, female candidates to work in the STEM careers. And if at all we talk about break, you can see that there are very less females who take breaks in their careers because of one or the other family responsibilities. So here we have a wish list which says that the measures are to be taken not just to attract the girls, but also retain them, to make them aware that it is not impossible to maintain a career family balance, okay, to address the gender imbalance at early stage, and to encourage the young girls to participate in Olympiads and all. Academics of science have a role to play by mentoring and showcasing the work done by women scientists so that the girls can be motivated. Gender audits should be there in the organizations. Encouragement and rewards shown, rewards which have been achieved by the women scientists should be, shown to the young girls. The work environment should be good. There should not be any discrimination in the recruitment process, and there should be proper recognition, and the glass ceiling effect should be reduced. Now, why do we need women essentially in STEM? Men have a set kind of thought process, women have a set kind of thought process. Both of them combinedly can do wonders. Okay, so science similarly has a wide spectrum of problems which needs different kind of skills. All right, sometimes the, if at all the decision is taken being gender biased, it would not be favorable. The one has to be very, very justified while taking the decisions, whom to be, who is to be considered for certain kind of problem, irrespective of the gender. Then it would be unbiased approach, and women will be participating in, equally they will be participating. Also, women have a kind of calm approach, cool and calm approach. So they are required to make the science safer. Science can never succeed by using only one view, using only one tool, using only one person's thought. So it needs, diversity to have some vibrant outcomes from the science. Changing, there are perceptions changing. I wish we would see one day when we will stop talking women scientists and women engineers. There will only be scientists and engineers. We would not be specifying female, saying that she's a women scientist, she's a women engineer. No, she's a scientist and she's an engineer. That's all. The Gyan Jyoti program of DST is there to motivate meritorious girls to take up higher education. There are various schemes for supporting women to participate in STEM. And the school should take a proactive approach, pushing the girls to take science projects. And one bitter truth is again there, only six countries give men and women equal legal work rights. Even the pay is discriminated, not in India, but in some other countries. So that has also to be eliminated to give equal rights and to create the interest in STEM careers. So let me come to the conclusion. Everybody must have heard the name of Dr. Rohini Godbole. She was giving a talk and she told in one of the talks that a German professor told her, he read her research publications which were phenomenally good, and he told her that he always thought that she was a man. He never imagined that a female scientist could have such S&T achievements. So he always thought that she was a man. And at some other place, somebody asked Dr. Rohini Godbole, are you serious for research? Why such questions? She says that if she had taken this to her heart, she would have never been what she was. So one has to face everything boldly. There is nothing to be disheartened. Women need science to express their intellect, but science also needs women to produce vibrant outcomes. As I told you, science cannot be gender biased. Science needs both the genders equally, to participate both of them equally, to have vibrant outcomes, and women should stand up and speak if at all they feel that something inappropriate is happening. We should learn to deal with the situation. All right, as I told you, gendered science does not exist. So believe in the system. The situation is continuously improving. As we all know, our current DG is the first female DG. In CSIR, we have in total 37 labs, but only 6 labs have the female directors. Okay, the representation is less, but the situation is slowly improving. Now, let me come quickly to let me introduce you about CSIR National Physical Laboratory, because I work here. CSIR National Physical Laboratory is the National Meteorology Institute of India. It is only one institute in India. The way we have CSIR National Physical Laboratory in India, we have NMIs in other countries also. NMI means National Meteorology Institute. So the NMIs work for the apex level scientific meteorology. Let me be very clear, meteorology is not materiology. Materiology is the weather science, whereas meteorology is the science of measurements and its application. We do research and development related to meteorology and some other physics areas also. We perform apex level calibration services for our various industry partners. We provide technical consultancies also. We conduct training programs, scientific interaction programs, and also we welcome young researchers to do their internships and their projects with us at CSIR National Physical Laboratory. The quality infrastructure of any country depends upon various organizations. Quality infrastructure means whatever contributes to the quality of life, quality of products. So there are 4 pillars in India: National Physical Laboratory, the NMI of India, Bureau of Indian Standards, Legal Metrology, and Laboratory Accreditation Bodies. In CSIR-NPL India, we cater various organizations: automobile segment, pharmaceutical segment, manufacturing, various testing and accreditation lab, various research organization, and SARC countries also, by giving various kind of services. All right. So women need an extra dose of luck to be a good scientist and to have a happy family. I'm sure we'll be able to make a work-life balance in a much better way. Don't be like men to compete with them. They are not our counterparts. They are our colleagues. They are, they are complementing us. So let us not compete with them. We should own our femininity and work together for the betterment of the society and the betterment of our country. This is the bibliography, and thank you so much. This is all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. We are grateful for your contribution to this event, ma'am. Your talk was informative and inspiring. On this special day, we thank you for sharing awareness about the life of women in science. We are endlessly indebted for your time and expertise. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
As we come to the end of this incredible event, we would like to take a moment to express our heartfelt gratitude to all those who have
Ma'am?
contributed to making
Ma'am, ma'am, just a minute. We can get some any questions from the participants.
Okay, sir. Participants, do you have any questions?
If you have any questions, please text in the chat box or you can unmute yourself. You can ask to ma'am. Mary ma'am, your voice is not audible. Ma'am.
Sir is now audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, very thank you so much. It's very interactive session and it's very helpful to us also. And can you please tell me how to join CSIR laboratory? Any procedures is there?
You're asking me?
Because there's some complicated. How to join the laboratory, CSIR laboratory?
Join in what capacity?
How to enter?
You want to join as a researcher? You want to join in PhD? You want to do some project? Or are you asking
Recent
about
projects. I would just collaborate with the projects, ma'am.
See, project collaboration is you can identify somebody who is of your interest, and you can write to that person. If at all you identify the funding agency, then you both can write the projects. There is no problem. But if at all you are talking about the NSC projects and the PTEC projects, then you can always
Okay.
write to us. An email to us, sending it to hrd@nplindia.org. You can
Okay,
find
ma'am.
this mail ID on our website, which is nplindia.org. And then, first of all, I would request you to visit the website, see the profile of various scientists. If somebody's profile matches your interest, then you can write to that person. All email IDs are given on the website. And then, by writing that person, if the person agrees to you, you can write to HRD and they can tell you the further procedure.
Yeah. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for your guidance.
Ma'am, there is no other question in the chat box also. Anita ma'am, please, we can
Yes,
conclude.
Sir. Yes, sir.
As we come to the end of this incredible event, we would like to take a moment to express our heartfelt gratitude to all those who have contributed to making it a resounding success. Now, I kindly invite Dr. Shamla Antomeri, Coordinator of First Year SRM-TRP Engineering College, to propose the vote of thanks. Ma'am, please.
Good morning, everyone. It's my privilege to extend a heartfelt vote of thanks on this special occasion of International Women's Day. First and foremost, I extend my deepest gratitude to our
Yes, sir.
chief guest, Tripta Garg and Girija Moona, for gracing this event with their presence and inspiring words. Your insights have truly motivated to us continue striving for a world of equality and empowerment. A special thank you to our beloved principal, vice principal, dean research, and various department HODs whose unwavering support and guidance made this event possible. Your encouragement and leadership continue to inspire us all. I also express my sincere appreciation to our organizers and volunteers for this hard work behind the scenes, ensuring today's program is a great success. And finally, to our wonderful audience, thank you for your participation and for being a part of this celebration. Your presence today is a testament to the importance of recognizing and honoring women's in every sphere of life. As we conclude, let's remember that women is not just about today, but let's continue to uphold, support, and celebrate the incredible women in our lives. Once again, thank you all and happy Women's Day.
Thank you, ma'am. So the feedback will be posted in the chat box. Kindly fill the feedback. The special certificate will be provided for the special day lecture today. So thanks for your all active participation. Kindly fill the feedback form for certificate generation. Thank you. So there is no afternoon session today. So the FDP will close already.